Picture this. It's 1952, and you're about to board a plane that promises to whisk you across continents at speeds unimaginable just a decade ago. But what if this marvel of engineering, this beacon of the future, carried a hidden flaw that could tear it apart mid-flight? This is the story of the de Havilland Comet, the world's first commercial jet airliner, a machine that ignited the jet age and nearly burned out in tragedy. Strap in, hit that subscribe button, and share this video as we unravel the thrilling, heartbreaking, and triumphant tale of the comet. It's the late 1940s, and the world is still catching its breath after World War II. Propeller planes chug across the skies, taking days to cross oceans, rattling passengers with noise and turbulence. But in Britain, a bold vision is taking shape at de Havilland, a company known for its wartime aircraft. They dream of a plane that can fly faster, higher, and smoother than anything before. A jet-powered airliner to shrink the globe. That dream becomes the de Havilland Comet, and when it takes its first commercial flight on May 2, 1952, with British Overseas Airways Corporation, the world takes notice. This isn't just a plane, it's a revolution. The Comet is sleek, powered by 4 turbojet engines called the de Havilland Ghost, roaring at speeds up to 500 miles per hour, twice as fast as the propeller planes of the day. It climbs to 40,000 feet above the storms, where the air is calm and the views are endless. Inside, it's a flying palace, 36 to 44 seats, plush and spacious, with large square windows that let passengers gaze at the curvature of the Earth. Flying from London to Johannesburg, a journey that once took days, now takes just 24 hours. The jet age has begun, and the Comet is its shining star. In 1952, the Comet is the talk of the world. Airlines like BOAC and Air France snap it up, sending it on glamorous routes to Tokyo, Singapore, and Colombo. Passengers from businessmen to royalty marvel at the speed and comfort. Imagine sipping champagne at 40,000 feet, the hum of jet engines a soft whisper compared to the roar of propellers. The Comet carries Queen Elizabeth II on royal tours. Its name, evoking the blazing speed of a celestial comet, fitting its meteoric rise. By 1953, it's setting records, proving that jet travel isn't just a gimmick, it's the future. The Comet's design is a marvel. Those turbojet engines tucked neatly into the wings give it a streamlined look that screams progress. Its pressurized cabin lets it soar above the weather, offering a ride so smooth it feels like gliding. The square windows, a bold choice, make the cabin feel open and inviting. De Havilland rolls out plans for new versions, Comet 2 and 3, promising even more range and power. The world is watching, and for a moment, Britain leads the charge into a new era of aviation. But beneath the triumph, a storm is brewing. The year is 1953, and whispers of trouble begin to surface. A comet crashes shortly after takeoff in Karachi, then another in Calcutta. Mechanical issues, perhaps? Pilot error? The incidents raise eyebrows, but the real blow comes on January 10, 1954. BOAC Flight 781, a Comet 1 takes off from Rome, bound for London. Minutes after reaching cruising altitude, it disintegrates over the Mediterranean, near the island of Elba. All 35 souls aboard are lost. The world is stunned. What could bring down this pinnacle of technology? Investigators are baffled. Wreckage is scarce, scattered across the sea. Before answers can be found, another disaster strikes. On April 8, 1954, South African Airways Flight 201, another comet, departs Rome for Cairo. It climbs into the night sky, then vanishes, plunging into the sea near Naples. All 21 aboard perish. The aviation world is in shock. The Comet fleet is grounded, its shining reputation tarnished. Was the jet age a mistake? The investigation becomes a race against time. Engineers and scientists pore over every detail, testing theories in a desperate bid to understand. They discover something chilling: metal fatigue. The Comet's square windows, so beloved by passengers, are a fatal flaw. At 40,000 feet, the cabin pressurizes and depressurizes with each flight, stressing the metal around those sharp corners. Tiny cracks form, growing with every cycle until the fuselage tears apart like paper. This isn't just a design flaw, it's a revelation about the limits of aviation technology. The Comet, once a symbol of progress, has exposed a dangerous gap in knowledge. The crashes of 1954 are a gut punch to de Havilland and the aviation industry. The Comet's promise of a jet-powered future is questioned, and public trust wavers. Newspapers splash headlines of tragedy, and passengers grow wary. Competitors like Boeing in America take note, quietly refining their own jetliners. The Boeing 707 is waiting in the wings. The Comet's grounding is a humiliation for Britain, which had staked its pride on leading the jet age. But the story doesn't end here. The investigation into the Comet's failures is a turning point. Scientists develop new ways to test aircraft, simulating thousands of flights to uncover weaknesses. The lessons are stark. Square windows are out, rounded ones are in. Airframes must be stronger, testing more rigorous. These discoveries don't just save the Comet, they reshape the entire industry, making every plane that follows safer. The cost is high, but the Comet's failures are forging a new standard for aviation. De Havilland refuses to let the Comet fade. They redesign, rebuild, and reimagine. The Comet 2 and 3 are test beds used for military roles and experiments, but the real redemption comes with the Comet 4 in 1958. This new model is a phoenix rising from the ashes. Its windows are rounded, its airframe reinforced, its range extended to 3,225 miles. It carries up to 81 passengers, offering more seats and reliability. BOAC puts it back in the skies, flying transatlantic routes and beyond. On October 4, 1958, the Comet 4 makes history again, becoming the first jetliner to cross the Atlantic commercially, from London to New York. It beats Boeing's 707 by mere weeks, a fleeting moment of glory. The Comet 4 serves airlines like Dan Air and Mexicana, and its design inspires the Nimrod, a military patrol aircraft that flies for decades. But the market has shifted. Boeing and Douglas, with their 707 and DC-8, offer longer ranges and bigger cabins. Only 114 Comets are ever built, a small number compared to the thousands of American jets. Still, the Comet 4 proves that de Havilland can rise from disaster. As the 1960s dawn, the Comet's star fades, but its impact endures. It was the first to prove that jet travel could connect the world, halving travel times and making the globe feel smaller. Its failures, though tragic, save countless lives by teaching the industry about metal fatigue and structural design. Every modern jet, from the Boeing 747 to the Airbus A380, carries the Comet's DNA. Rounded windows, robust airframes, and rigorous testing all trace back to its story. The Comet is more than a machine, it's a symbol of human ambition. It embodies the 1950s belief that technology could conquer anything, even if it meant learning hard lessons along the way. Today, you can find preserved comets in museums, silent reminders of a bold experiment that changed the skies forever. What a journey the de Havilland Comet took us on, from the thrill of its first flight to the heartbreak of its crashes, and finally, to its triumphant return. It's a tale of innovation, tragedy, and resilience that still echoes in every plane we board today. Did the Comet's story surprise you? Would you have dared to fly on it in 1952? Let us know in the comments. If you loved this dive into aviation history, smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your friends. The jet age started with the Comet. Let's keep its story soaring. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next episode.